All right, in the last video, I might have mentioned this chicken. It's Perdue, Simply Smart, chicken chunks, lightly breaded. It's baked. It's not deep fried. I don't get intestinal gas from it. All right, now, in the last video, I told you about tying the wires that go in the wall of the oven. When you pull this unit out from the wall, immediately tie the wires that go into the oven, to the back of the oven, before you disconnect the connections. Now, what happened to me? I know this. See, I did a video. I told you how to. I gently undid the quarter-inch screws. Start bringing the thing out. I notice right away which wire is it here. This is the broken one. This is the new one. Here's the broken one. Everything's being a jerk today. So the terminal went up into the oven. And I'm like, it just slid out of this connector. Probably because we had the arc fire here. Maybe the temperature went up high and took the temper out of this clip. I don't know. But the new one has two spades, and the old one has a male and a female. So it's a genuine GE part. I bought it. It's got the number on the box. I'm going to have to go double check everything before. It's made in Mexico. Before I go, I can't even say anything yet until I fish out the wire that jumped off this terminal. It's possible it can do a female or a male. It might be like a little adapter thing, and I never noticed it because it worked. All right, but today, you know, I'm retracing the steps, what I told you how to do it, and as I'm pulling out, I'm like, where's the wire? And I thought the wire broke at the terminal. It didn't. It slid. Now, when I put this together the last time, I made sure that those terminals went on tight. I know all about this stuff. And this does look a little discolored. Well, anyway, that's where I'm at now. And I do a shortcut. I went over to Walmart to get the chicken. Hopefully you get it. The girls that do the picking, that pick the people's meals now, none of them speak English. Talking to a couple of people, they don't know what I'm talking about. I went back over. The chicken that I showed you was in the wrong place, and it was buried under other chicken. All right, so we got it now. This chicken can be microwaved, and it still tastes decent. All right, you can air fry it, and you can also cook it in the oven. And it's 22 ounces for $9, which is an absolute ripoff because I buy thighs of chicken, Perdue, and when I get them, I open them up and I pre-wrap them in cellophane or whatever plastic wrap, and you know, I'll cook just one, and I cook it with the skin, and I take the skin off. I'm eating healthy, but I can't live without my oven. Now, I have a part number on this part. I can double check it with the manual that comes with the oven. Who would make the exact same element and have a male and female on each side? GE. That's who would do that. When I was growing up and repairing stuff, I hated GE stuff. I won't go into it. So anyway, now that's where we're at. The oven's still not working. One of the wires that I warned you will jump off the terminal while you're undoing it and get up into the back of the oven. It did it without me even doing that. And I was really being careful taking it apart. Because in my mind, I'm like, you know, wouldn't it be funny if you warned everybody about the wire getting away from you and going up into the back of the stove? You know, and it didn't even get that far. The wire just decided to slip off and go up in there. See, the wires get hard after a while and they become springy. And that's what's wrong. But I just want to show you, you know, whenever I have a problem, I tell you, when I have the problem, I then warn you. And whether it helps somebody someday, I don't know. But, you know, I was fighting the chicken thing. I went over there twice. And they must be just out of it, you know. And, you know, because I really don't like certain foods microwaved. And, you know, I could go up to Wawa and get one of their make-believe meat sandwiches. You know, I found systems that work, but they're fighting me. You know, the oven. You know, instead of ordering a real expensive element, you know, everybody else orders it from Amazon. They say it's a really good element. I went through the reviews. I bought the damn element from Amazon. Now you go through reviews. Didn't even last a year. That's what I found out. Didn't even last a year. So I'm a repairman, and I like to fix something. I wanted to stay fixed for maybe ever. I do the extra effort on everything. And I'm back in the oven. My knees hurt if I have to kneel down. I'm using a towel that's rolled up as a pillow. My right arm rotator cuff locks up. I have a hard time getting back up, and I don't want to be in this oven again, you know. And then someone that I mentioned the oven to someone. They said, "Oh, they bought a new one, and it didn't hold up. The brand new oven didn't hold up." Uh, so I said, "What'd you do?" "Oh, I bought a new oven, another oven, and they gave me some money off, which they screwed her. They sold her one oven, it went bad, and they gave her a little bit money towards it. That's why you have to have a lawyer. You gotta sue people." But anyway, she's got the new oven, and then I met another person. I was asking people, you know, you still cook? I don't cook anymore. What the hell are you eating? You know? And then I saw a video. A woman said, "This is what I got for $100 at the grocery store." Nothing in it was healthy that she had. And I'm looking at it because, you know, I'm eating more and more healthier. That's why my stove isn't holding up. But the old one has a female on this side and a male, and the new one has two males. Now, I could probably make some type of an adapter, but this is it's high voltage, lower current than you would expect because it's 220. But I'm not real savvy to 220, doing experiments with it. I never would go near it. I just repair and be careful when you're working on it. But anyway, yeah, this is what happened to me. You know, this is part 2, and this is what I warn you. You can. "Oh, I just went in there on YouTube because I don't know what you're talking about." Yeah, well, this is for you. The guy that everything just goes 1, 2, 3 for you. You know, and then a lot of those 1, 2, 3 guys, they used to call me up at home. "Oh, can you come?" "No, I'm not coming out looking at anything." "Yeah, it's a piece of cake." "Well, I ran into the problem that we were talking about, and you started throwing your hands up and mocking us. Now it is what it is." Like I told you about the guy gets a free can of insulation, spray insulation, and he sprays it around the door in the cellar, and they can't get the door open. And he sits at the table and tells everybody a story, and everybody's like, "Oh, that won't happen to me." Happened to 2 more people sitting there in weeks to come. They went in, they sprayed insulation in on something that really didn't need insulation, and then it grew, and they couldn't get the door open. And that's why I tell the story, because you got a bunch of guys, and one guy says, "I did this. I didn't know about expanding foam. I sprayed it all the way around." He said it took hours, a little bit at a time, putting a putty knife in between the door and the jamb and wiggling it and trying to compress the expanding foam back in a little bit. And then finally he said, "I get the door open." And then he complained, "You can plane the door down a little bit. If you can't get the door open, you can't plane the door down." Because right away, one of the big mouths, "All you have to do is plane the door in the sticky spot." And the guy says, "I can't get the door off." "What do you mean? Did you listen to the story? Did you listen to the story from the guy 4 weeks before?" No, that's what's out there. And it's so funny. But I did get my chicken, and I'm finding I'm having a very hard week. Yeah, I'm taking other people's garbage in because they can't afford to get rid of their garbage. And somehow I'm getting garbage indirectly from a person I can't stand. Yeah. See, I start out helping somebody, and it turns bad for me, guaranteed. Because people that, after they take so much help from you, they get a little bit smarter than I am. Because I'm naive, I'm trying to help. But my garbage can is filled to the top. And it's not my garbage. You know, I used to clean the streets here, same thing. I think that's it. All right, that's it. I got my chicken.